Jeffrey Jones, Mayor of Patterson City, Mr. Eric Lowe, Chairman of the Municipal Utilities Authority, or MUA, Mr. Ruben Gomez, Economic Development Director, and his assistant here, Mr. Victor Raymenco, Mr. Mike Deutsch, City Planning Director, Ms. Margarita Papas, Vice President of Alma Bank, Ms. Angelina Nemeza, Manager of Alma Bank, my fellow members of the Board of Trustees, my Chairman Aaron Sabkur of CTIP, the members of our CTIP, guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everyone. Today is a very important event for our Council for Trade and Investment Promotion, or simply CTIP. The way I see it, the word first seems to be the connotation in our organization's initiative today. I will tell you why. The webinar program is not only the first of its kind by CTIP, but also CTIP's first event for 2014. This webinar program is probably the first event of its kind in Patterson City, and probably the first webinar event of a city in the state of New Jersey, if not the entire United States. When we were planning for an economic summit for Patterson City last December 6, 2013, we were obliged to postpone it in deference to our friend and supporter from the Indian Embassy in New York. When I discussed the postponement with our energetic mayor, he gave me an idea of a webinar-type event as a result of his experience with Select USA, held in Washington, D.C. That was to me a bullseye because CTIP is an international trade association, and we have foreign members who would like to be involved in all our activities. Webinar is the answer. This event is viewed all over the world via the comfort of their office or their home through their computer. I am therefore giving the credit where it is due. Thank you, Mayor Jones, for giving us the idea of the webinar program. Patterson City is CTIP's pilot project on matters of trade and investments. Thus, this webinar event, dubbed as Patterson City Economic Forum 2014, objective is to promote a positive attitude towards quality growth, economic vitality, and sustainability in the city, and support the public and private sector's initiative in promoting economic growth. The question that comes to mind, therefore, in the attainment of our objective is, how is the city's performance in 2013? Where do we go from here? Is the city ready to face the challenge of an urban renewal? Can the city be the international trading center of New Jersey? How can the city become an emerging economic tiger of the state? Do we have a laundry list of infrastructure development opportunities that we can offer to project investors and developers? If we are to offer a concept called public-private partnership to investors and developers to undertake infrastructure development where several contractual obligations can be invoked, such as build, operate and transfer, build and transfer, BLT, BTO, and several various combinations, is the city equipped with legal facilities to implement a PPP concept? Construction of infrastructure projects and private projects are certainly the biggest job creators in the marketplace. Is the estimated 60,800 civilian labor force qualified and ready to accept the challenge of development, and many more. In many towns and cities in the state of New Jersey, foreign direct investments are too low and far between. Productivity gains are insufficient. Incentives for innovations are inadequate. Returns on investments are not sufficiently predictable, and not enough to secure a safe and adequate jobs being created in the formal economy. Towns and cities in the state used to rely on doleouts from the state and federal governments. This has become a thing of the past. It's about time that towns and cities must stand on their own without the support of the state and the federal government, especially in the areas of infrastructure development. It has to create its own economic development program to spur economic growth. CTIP is here to help the city. We don't claim we have all the solutions, but we offer our hands of partnership. CTIP is here to promote Patterson City to investors, not only from the United States, but also from foreign investors. Inspired by a recent event hosted by the U.S. Department of Commerce called Select USA, where our good mayor was there, CTIP is creating its own version, and we call it Select Patterson City. We believe in the leadership of Mayor Jones in bringing Patterson City to a greater level. We've spoken to him many times about economic development in the city. We have exchanged ideas. He provided us with the appropriate guidance. Mayor Jones is very passionate when explaining to us his vision for his city. In his office, you'll find several designs, illustration boards, pictures, graphs, statistics, and many more. Material facts that he used to demonstrate his desire to make the city an emerging economic tiger of New Jersey. But Mayor Jones cannot do this alone. The city leadership provides policy intervention initiatives where its ultimate aim is to improve the economic and social well-being of its people. On the other hand, the private sector provides the tools for market productivity. CTIP connects the city with the stakeholders from the private sector to reach the city's planned economic objective. In today's economic forum, focused exclusively on Patterson City, we are confident that the exchange of ideas and discussions will lead to common ground towards the economic development of the city. And to succeed, politics of development should prevail over politics of destruction. CTIP will work hand in hand with the city. We have gained momentum in terms of increase in membership on both local and foreign membership. This year, we will be putting up CTIP charter overseas. We are looking at South Korea, China, and Japan as our prospective CTIP charters this year. And I am happy to announce that our foreign member, Rafael Logistics Limited, an equipment leasing company from Tanzania, having contracts with the largest U.S. contractor called Halliburton, is putting up a buying and administrative office in Patterson City next week. Take note, it will be next week. Thanks to Mr. Deo Ruta, our dynamic member from Tanzania, who made this initiative possible. A coffee growers association in Honduras has decided to also open up a trading office in Patterson City in the first quarter of this year. Our Mr. Carlos Espinosa is working on this initiative. A mid-sized Korean company involved in the manufacture of air conditioning equipments in South Korea is interested to set up a trading office in Patterson City. My brother, Mr. John Lee, is working on this initiative. And a silk manufacturing firm in India is interested in setting up a trading center in the city as well, thanks to Dr. Ajay Gandhi for his support. Our journey to follow our roadmap of bringing in trade and investments in Patterson City is done vigorously to attain our objective. And finally, I would like to thank the city government through the leadership of Mayor Jeffrey Jones for making this event possible. To Alma Bank, you are now our alma mater. You are there when we needed you most. Alma Bank, the local bank with international presence. Thank you for your support. To Ms. Diana Lynch and my good friend, Mr. Mike Collado, thank you for your help. To my colleagues and friends, thank you for all your support. May I call now Mayor Jeffrey Jones for his welcome remarks.
Well, I don't know what else I could add other than hopefully you got a good taste that in order for a city such as ours, with the complexities, but the diversity, and the promise to move to the next tier, our rightful place, is going to take something, and I won't call it drastic, but something innovative. And it's interesting that this innovation is a simple one, simply bringing folks to the table of conversation. and understanding the strengths of our city, and recognizing that we have weaknesses, we have threats, but let's build on our opportunities. And so I want to thank everybody here as well, and I want to thank those of you who are tuning in this webinar who probably first want to know if the city is committed to this endeavor, and that we are. We are so committed that I was able and fortunate to travel to India and have a host of invitations to many other nations. Yet what I realized having traveled to India was I was not prepared. Even though it was a team of us that went, I as a city leader was not prepared. Not that I'm not able to read and write, but I was not prepared to have and engage as much of a cohort to help synthesize and understand both challenge at the national, state, and even our local levels. So we have spent the time refining and tuning into what it would take to bring business and industry to Paterson, but also to be clear that we may have to, at some point in time, we can't help you. We cannot partner with you. And then be clear enough and able enough to help direct them someplace else. That is what we hope to be. That is what we aspire to be. And that's what part of this conversation is about. I'm fortunate, and the city is fortunate, to have a very keen and crackerjack staff that is growing in our economic development areas, who will speak to us and in planning to talk about how we've begun to present ourselves and prepare ourselves for the next step. Let me give you some background in this welcome as to just show you just how ready we, the city of Paterson, are. It's one thing to take a look at the Great Falls National Park as the example and assume that the world is going to come to Paterson because of it. That's not true. What's going to happen is the world is already here in the form of 52 different nationalities and ethnic groups who've been here since the beginning. And they built this city to be the first planned industrial city. And somewhere we got lost. But we have a chance to go back to our future. So with our 30 existing mills, each one of them has the potential to be either light manufacturing or assembly. Some could be torn down if that be the choice of the individual or the investor or the partner. And we can build brand new facilities. We can change our skyline. We can add a more diverse workforce through different types of training. But most definitely, with our proximity to New York, with our 52 different languages and the fact that we already have a connect to 52 different countries, we already have the ingredients to be this international platform. But it took us to come of age both in mind and heart and spirit to get there. So I want to welcome you to the City of Paterson, those of you on the webinar. I want to welcome all of you in the audience as our guest. I want to engage you throughout this conversation. If you have questions, to feel comfortable. We have a microphone set up to take your questions. And those of you who are on the webinar, if there are additional bits of information about Paterson specific, we encourage you to go to www.paterson.gov. We encourage you to go and see the mill survey and study that we've completed. We encourage you to see the host of projects that we've completed. We encourage you to take a look at our spirit. And then we encourage you to contact our folks through the directory that's online and ask them those questions. So the next time we have dialogue or we meet, we can get down to the brass tacks. We're ready to move. We want you to select Paterson. Paterson is open for business. So the next voice you hear, just to give us all some background, and we're using the technology, will be the Director of Economic Development. And I think what Fernando stated, and I was listening to him, when we first tried to do this event, we ran into some challenges, and we could have easily said, that's it. But like our history, it appears that was said before. So what we said is, how do we incorporate modern day technologies for today's marketplace? And it turned out webinars. But in this case, it's going to be a cell phone. And so pretty soon we're going to receive a call from the Economic Development, Mr. Ruben Gomez, who you will get a chance to meet, particularly when you come and visit us, or you can talk to him online, or you can Skype with him. And he's going to give you the foundation of our economic development constructs. He has been charged to lead that, and his assistant is Victor, who's also in the room, who can offer other perspectives. But I want you to know from our very top of our economic development, and right on cue. Matter of fact, that may not be him. I'm not sure who this is. Did you tell me this? Okay, just give me a second. Hello? Yes. So, is this Ruben? Oh, I'm about to put you on speakerphone. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the Director of Economic Development, Mr. Ruben Gomez, who happened to be in California right now, dealing with some family issues in the best of ways, and realize this is a valuable opportunity for the city and for our partnership with the Trade Council, and will offer us some perspective. Ruben, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity to be able to speak not just to the panel but to the world on the city of Patterson. I'd like to set up some background on the city, and then through my presentation move into some of the challenges and opportunities that we currently have. So, as some of you may know, the city of Patterson is one of the first industrialized cities in the country. It is currently the third largest municipality of the state of New Jersey, with a highly dense population. We have over 17,000 people living per square mile. One of the opportunities and challenges is the type of representation that we have in the city, which is represented by 52 plus ethnic communities. The Department of Economic Development seeks to improve economic well-being and quality of life for the community by creating and retaining jobs and supporting and growing incomes, and also the tax base of the city. We can only do this if we market ourselves beyond our geographic boundaries. I'd like to thank Mayor Jones and Fernando Support for the vision to showcase Patterson to the world. The Division of Economic Development has been working on several projects and initiatives. Our local economic development policies today in the city of Patterson include not only tax subsidies for development sites, but also job training to provide workers to businesses. To provide workers to businesses by working closely with the One Step, which is a organization within the city that trains and provides opportunities for our residents, and universities. Advise and support services for potential entrepreneurs in partnership with the Small Business Development Corporation and non-traditional lenders, as well as extension services to help businesses modernize and export. The use of federal, state, and local incentives help support development, thus in turn affect job creation and will lead to a number of positive long-term effects, including lower unemployment, higher labor force participation, higher real estate taxes, and occupational opportunities for everyone. Economic development also forms part of a very important nonprofit of the city, which is called the Patterson Restoration Corp. We work together in conjunction with the private sector to provide financing and assistance. We're currently working on over 12 projects with a potential investment of $180 million and a job creation of over 500 full-time jobs. Over the past few years, we have closed on $650,000 worth of investment, with a total investment from the private sector of $2.5 million. And this investment has created over 50 jobs for the city of Patterson. Our pipeline continues to grow, and with that in mind, we've also taken the initiative to form 2 special improvement districts to begin to stabilize the community and therefore bring more investments, better jobs, and higher real estate prices. With the help of the state of New Jersey, incentives have been established. The new Economic Opportunity Act will be promoted in several ways to attract and retain businesses in the city. We will be working closely with our building owners, which is our current stock of our buildings, to activate second floors. We work closely with the state to continue to promote the region in the city of Patterson with real estate brokers who have really the pulse in the community and can show us what the best assets are of the community. With the banking community and really to create that investment within the city and the certainty that their investment is going to be repaid. Site selection advisors, which is a group of entities that work directly with national companies to promote the retention or expansion of these businesses in areas like Patterson and with all the stakeholders within the city. I believe that our challenges will become our opportunities, and your investment in the city will give us a platform to create a new Silk City. I'd like to thank everyone on the panel for being there, and if there's any questions, I'm here to take those questions.
So the next speaker is Mr. Michael Deutsch.
Well, I think, do you want to just ask him? So Ruben, before we hang up, because we have Victor here and I know you're in travels, obviously the question is, can this city be the upcoming economic tiger and of the state? And as the economic development director, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I got to put you on the spot. Based on your experience formerly in Brick City and your relationships throughout the state and some of your national contacts, I'm going to make an assumption, and you can say a yes or a no. Are we ready for the next steps?
Absolutely, Mayor. I think we have taken, or we have made the turn on our opportunity to be, the best city in the state of New Jersey. We've gone international with this webinar. Is one of the areas in which we're exposing ourselves. There has been some interaction with some of the Far East countries and also South American countries. We've done some national outreach and regional outreach. We have an excellent stock of real estate to be able to convert into mixed-use housing or industrial. We have a national park. We have some of the best infrastructure in highways and access to some of the major metropolitan areas. And we have a team that cares, a team that works together, and a team that wants to promote investment in the city, not just locally, but we have it at the county, we have it at the state, and with our partnerships with the federal government, all those incentives will come to Patterson to make sure that we become the next best city of the state.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Ruben, we're just going to let you go, and then I'll turn it over to Fernando. Thank you for queuing in and being available while you're taking care of family business, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Our next resource speaker is the City Planning Director of Patterson City, Mr. Michael Deutsch.
Thank you very much, Fernando.
You gotta speak up.
Thank you, Fernando. My name is Michael Deutsch, and I'm the Division Director for the Division of Planning and Zoning in the City of Patterson. My function is to help guide you through the review process so that you can open your business in our great city. It's a fairly simple process, simple and straightforward. Patterson is a city that was founded on the basis that economic growth through manufacturing of a needed product or service can also provide jobs, good housing, and a lively cultural environment. I am only one of many professionals that works for the City of Patterson that will work with you to create a successful and long-lasting beneficial relationship. Patterson is ideally and suitably located to move your raw materials into Patterson and your finished product out in a smooth and orderly fashion. It will be hard-pressed for you to find a more friendly city for your needs. I believe that we have met and exceeded your checklist requirements. We are business-friendly, we have an excellent transportation network, including interstate highways, state highways, 3 major airports within an hour away, a private jet commercial airport a half-hour away, a major cargo container port serving the East Coast less than an hour away, and easy access to New York City by train, bus, or car. If your business is in any way connected to New York City, but because of its high land and other costs, and you feel you'd be better off not being in New York City but close to it, you're right. If you're looking for an affordable alternative or back office location to open up shop, Patterson is the lower cost alternative for you. Patterson has always been open to change and is definitely not afraid to try new things. We've been here for almost 300 years. You know about our diversity. No one face is the face of Patterson. Serving the business community is our face. Our 150,000 person population, our more than 150,000 population is well represented by practically every nation in the world and offers you a full skill set. Locating your business in Patterson makes economic sense on many levels. Unfortunately for us, but fortunately for you, Patterson has a skilled and semi-skilled workforce that has not yet been completely put back to work. The people who have the know-how to build your facilities, fit it out, manufacture your product, load your truck, and drive it to your customers are already here. All we're waiting for is you. The health and medical fields are well represented in Patterson. Our modern state-of-the-art hospital is affiliated with the New York Medical School and has its own helicopter landing port. Let's not forget that there is more to life than work. And a short distance away are many exciting opportunities for you, your families, and your employees. You can take advantage of hundreds of activities, including golf, hiking, museums, restaurants, shopping of every kind. My name is Michael Deutsch, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
I guess Mike, I just got to ask this. Forgive me for being a Belinsky. That was very good.
Thank you, sir.
That was very, very good.
Nice.
But there are some questions. How does this trade council, because that part I just want to make sure that those who are in the webinar understand. They may want to reach us, but our phone's going to be inundated. We anticipate that. How do you see from the planning side and the benefits of the trade council being of a benefit those who are watching on the webinar, based on from a planning side, if at all? And the same would be for you, Victor.
Well, Patterson is a municipality, but we don't have fixed borders. Within half an hour or an hour of here, we're talking about a population of probably 10 to 15 million people. People don't just do business within their towns. There's no fixed borders. The road transportation in this part of the country is probably the best in the United States. You can travel far and wide by many different kinds of transportation, and that makes this part of the country unlike any other. You have the population and you have the transportation network.
So the aspect of having this additional support, being the trade council and the members represented it, and those who are on the webinar who may choose to be a member thereof, you're saying it's a worthwhile effort.
This is the place to be.
Okay. Victor, on the trading side of things, as a trading center, Patterson, specific, proper or otherwise, from an economic standpoint, how would and why would you, as economic development, encourage someone who's going to call you, right? They're going to call you. www.pattersonnj.gov, and then go to Victor Klemenko or to Mr. Ruben Gomez. Why would you believe, expect that a trade center in the third largest city with close proximity to New York be a benefit to host nations in other places?
There's absolute need for international development to focus their strengths and opportunities here within the city of Patterson, because we have the infrastructure to really get them to develop things. For instance, I just received a call last week. Someone wants to open up a factory manufacturing light bulbs. We have the space, we have the workforce, and we could create jobs locally by getting that business started. And that's just one of them. And we get calls from different areas within the country, but international investment could do the very same thing. They could open up businesses here, and they could have ready access to the markets locally. We're very friendly, we're very open, and we'll help and assist them in getting the things they need to get done. and getting the opportunities to navigate within the city and outside of the city within in New Jersey to make their efforts worthwhile.
Do you have your finger on the pulse? Does economic development have its finger on the pulse? And I'm asking you and putting you on the spot to make sure and be clear that the relationships that we need to have with our Chamber of Commerce, our Small Business Development Center, our community improvement areas, our tax office, are we firm there so that the obstacles that have often plagued us are no longer our obstacles?
They're no longer obstacles, Mayor. We're working together very effectively and efficiently. As Ruben Gomez mentioned, one of the things with the Patterson Restoration Corporation, we help train young entrepreneurs through the Small Business Development Corporation to develop business plans, so they're able to take on financing and develop small businesses within the city. And we do the same thing for larger enterprises as well, to help them develop and open up and get loans where they cannot get them themselves, assist them as a secondary lender in a lot of different perspectives.
And most recently, economic development, or the foray of economic development, just hosted with a partnership with Rutgers University, the social entrepreneurship, which is to help those who have a desire to go into an enterprise. We're going to help them move through those obstacles and assist them so that they can open small, mid-range, whatever type of business. They're also going to need a supplier, and that supplier could be those of you on the webinar. So,
absolutely. I mean, that, as you mentioned, that clearly resonated with me specifically, the social entrepreneurship through Rutgers, through the professor there, Robinson. And one of the things is, he mentioned specifically that in the next 5 years, $50 billion of seed capital investment is going to be flowing within these areas, and there's no reason that investment can be flowing into our areas. And corporations have to be thinking about a different bottom line. It's not just the financial bottom line, but the social bottom line, to improve the social fabric of the cities around us, specifically within Patterson. So you not only get the employment, but you also better the communities around it to further develop and spur development within the city.
So neighborhoods, we're not establishing boundaries. We believe that the entire city, based on its history of development and being that industrial city, those opportunities can return again. And we're not going to just look at developing a downtown. The entire city has the potential to be that part of that new mecca of change. Is that pretty much the way you look at it, gentlemen?
Absolutely.
Fernando, my questions are done.
Thank you, Mayor. As they say, Mayor, there is always rose among the thorns. And fortunate enough, we have the most beautiful rose in this table. And I refer to Miss Margarita Papas, the Vice President of Alma Bank.
Thank you,
Your
Fernando.
proof.
Thank you. How can I say it?
I can't say nothing.
I'm speechless. Thank you again. That was a beautiful
You're
comment. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our viewers. First of all, I would like to thank CTIP, the Council for Trade and Investment, and specifically Mr. Sopot for inviting us.
Thank you.
And of course, the Mayor.
You might want to
Good
speak up.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mayor Jones. Thank you again for hosting us.
My pleasure.
I would like to thank also the City of Patterson on behalf of Alma Bank. We're very glad to participate in this event, in the webinar. And please allow me to give you a brief history of Alma Bank. The bank was chartered in 2007 with its first branch located on 31st Street in Astoria, New York. Since then, we have steadily grown to almost $1 billion with a network of 13 branches in New York, and specifically in Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx. In New Jersey, we have branches in Tenafly, in Fort Lee, and Clifton. And coming in 2014, we're opening up Borough Park in Brooklyn and Port Washington on the north shore of Nassau County. We continue to be a performance-based leader amongst comparably sized community banks nationwide, growing our asset base from $745 million in 2011 to over $928 million through the end of September 2013, maintaining a well-capitalized standard in compliance with all the regulatory requirements. As a community bank, because that's what Alma Bank is, we service the banking, lending, and credit needs of the communities we serve. And as a community bank, we can exclusively focus on the cash management disciplines most often utilized by small to mid-sized businesses. Additionally, we support our local economy and the community at large in a variety of ways. Not only have we made credit available to consumers and business owners alike, but we are also fulfilling our social obligations by sponsoring a benefit concert to raise money for children with cancer. Actually, I'm very proud and humbled to admit that Alma Bank gave a check for over $100,000 for that specific event. Alma Bank's goal is to be the premier community and business bank in Passaic County by building long-term relationships based on trust, expertise, and accountability, and by helping our customers, communities, employees, and shareholders prosper. The bank's principal strategy is the building of a valued relationship as our customers' trusted business resource by delivering exemplary service, having quality, adhering to disciplined banking fundamentals, and contributing to the communities that we serve. Our definition for each of the guiding principles are: for valued relationships, we build long-term relationships that are based on trust and respect while inspiring loyalty through the service that we offer to our customers. Through expertise, accountability, and integrity, we become a trusted business resource to our clients. We provide banking services and advice that are prudent and safe for both our customers and our shareholders, in addition to offering flexibility in our product lines to meet the unique needs of each individual customer. We provide leadership, volunteers, and financial contributions to help the communities thrive. We treat our customers like owners and pride ourselves on going above and beyond to deliver exceptional service. We will honor the trust placed in us by operating prudently and responsibly while holding ourselves to the highest ethical standards. Alma Bank stays local. We do not outsource. All of our decisions for branch growth, new products, lending solutions, innovative banking services are made right here at the corporate level and with the recommendations of our senior banking team. As a bank that employs real bankers, we are as committed to helping the communities we serve grow and prosper as our customers have the same goals. The super regionals and mega banks don't offer the guarantee, whereas Alma Bank is the bank that can work with the community because they know the community. We offer cash management capabilities, which is another important benefit for Passaic County business owners and the surrounding townships. And also the credit decisions, they're made here locally. We're able to expedite the account opening process at the branch level, at the local level. We work closely with the decision makers for each organization. We maintain a pulse on the business and can continue to deliver effective alternatives to managing cash flow, monitoring the workflow, and maintaining tight audit controls. We believe our success depends upon the health of the communities we serve, such as the Clifton and the Patterson areas and Passaic County as a whole. We will contribute to the quality of life through volunteerism and charitable giving, as well as by providing financial services that are going to help local businesses and individuals prosper. We are a bank that never stops improving itself and our operations for the benefit of our customers and employees. We aspire to consistently achieve reasonable growth and profitability while managing the bank in a manner which promotes sound financial principles. Alma Bank is passionate about serving our customers, the community, and our shareholders with integrity, respect, understanding, and appreciation. For our customers, we offer personalized solutions to meet their financial needs. For the community, we offer leadership, economic growth, and philanthropy. And for our shareholders, financial gain. So, as our motto goes, because this is Alma Bank's motto, talk to us. We are here to listen. Thank you.
Fernando, I just want to say Patterson City, the city of Patterson, and I specifically do thank you for having the courage to follow us as we move forward. But let me give everybody a bit of history. Our doors have been open in conversation to every bank within this area. There has not been one bank that we've not reached to say, we're going to do this. Alma Bank stepped up, and we thank you. I'm encouraged to hear that a bank that's not quite as large as the more larger banks finds it necessary and worthwhile to invest in a city's humanity. As we turn this corner, as been defined by planning and by economic development and the conversations here, what we can't do and what I don't want to see done is that the prosperity of business but leave humanity behind. That balance is what's left us in this sort of darkness that we've lived through, and that's what Victor was referring to. So it requires some hand-holding on both parts. It requires development of our citizens so that they can be more skilled and can lead more meaningful and productive lives and contribute to the overall economy of the city. But at the same token, encourage the growth of the banks and the businesses that will come. Because we don't want to become a one-shot international trade center for a day. We want to be one for as long as the lifetime and life course occurs. So I just personally want to say thank you, and he's right, you are the rose within the thing.
Thank you again. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Okay, so we have 3 parts in this program. We're almost done with our part 1. We will call on the next speaker. We have part 2 and part 3. So now we call on our chairman of the Council for Trade and Investment Promotion, Mr. Aaron Sapkur.
Thank you. I would like to first thank Mayor Jones, and also would like to thank the members of our forum here to come and give some fantastic ideas of how we could bring more investments into the city of Patterson. The most important thing here, I think, as we have discussed, is that we have a very friendly city that is willing to work with foreign investment, and that is the purpose of our investment council. And because of our network in various countries, we hope that we can bring most of those investors focused into the city of Patterson, particularly in the redevelopment of the center of the city, which really requires a lot of investment from various countries, and there are investors prepared to come in with the right environment. And I think what you've heard from all the members of the forum here is that they're all very anxious to both support and also give not just the support from a standpoint of the city support, but also bring banks together. And we are here to support you in any possible way that you possibly will believe that we can do. I thank again Mr. Sopat for bringing us together here in this very quick forum, and hopefully we can have many more web seminars like this, which will bring the community and the investors together to improve the redevelopment of the city of Patterson. Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Before we go to part 2, I would like to announce to our members of the CTIP that we are planning to hold another forum next month, which we will call Tourism Forum for Patterson City. We will promote Patterson City as a tourist destination with the center, which is the Great Falls. Okay, so watch out for the next forum, which will probably be 3 weeks or 4 weeks from now. We will announce it later. So we go now to part 2. We met the China General Chamber of Commerce in the United States. The China General Chamber of Commerce has more than 1,800 members. The president is the president of the China State Construction Group, and they have a very, very big group also, and they have another member called Shanghai International Construction Group, who is very interested to support Patterson City. As a matter of fact, they called me, the Secretary General called me and they said they want to meet with the mayor. I said I will arrange this as soon as possible, hopefully next week. And so they gave me their brochure and the letter of intent that we both should have signed this with Richard Huang. He wants it signed by his president in the presence of our mayor. And so I am giving this letter to the mayor, including their brochure,
Okay, thank you.
for your reference. The second part of the part 2 is establishing an account with Alma Bank to serve the members of CTIP. We have already opened an account sometime last month, December 20, I believe. And we would like to continue doing this with Alma Bank. They are our partners in this endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Llanos.
On part 3, we are supposed to have an oath taking. We created an executive board and we have a general board, and we would like to request, or we would like to have an honor from Mayor Jones to administer the oath to the members.
The members
So we
present.
have Aaron here, Mr. Rana. Okay, yes, hold on. All right. Diana. And Joe. And then we have Margarita. Agustino Fiola. He's not. He's on the way. Okay. Anyway, can we?
Sure, I'll,
Okay.
I'll stand here.
Okay.
And if those of you on the executive committee
Can I
will
request the?
will stand here.
Yeah. All right. You may wish to join us here, Margarita. Where's your paper?
Mayor, can I have it, please? Thank
You
you.
want the glasses too?
No, it will be okay. It's big enough.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to administer, and I accept the privilege and the honor to administer this oath to the executive committee, the executive board, understanding that all things that's going to move forward are going to require high-level discussion, high-level decision-making, and very pragmatic approaches to something new to us and for us. And today's endeavor has demonstrated that with tremendous interest and strong backs, a lot can be accomplished. As it stands right now, the world just saw Paterson, New Jersey, as it stands. And as it stands right now, this webinar will continue to live in the minds of those who are looking for economic opportunities. And they're thinking of Paterson first. At least that's how I see it. How you see it, Mike? Okay, that being said, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand.
Okay.
And I will say aye, you'll say your name,
Okay.
and then you will state your position. Everybody's familiar with their position, and you'll just say aye, my name, and then
Yeah,
you'll say
yes,
your
it's very
position,
good.
and then you'll follow me. Okay? I
I, Fernando M. Soto,
state your position
a member of the Executive Board of the year 2014,
of the Council for
Council for Trade and Investment Promotion, CTIP, an NJ non-profit corporation, do solemnly swear to support the organization's aspirations and ideals, and to faithfully perform the duties of the office to which I'm about to assume.
To which I am about to assume.
So help me God. Done the 17th day of January 2014.
Well, my work here is done. Congratulations. Thank you so much for accepting.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Mayor.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
So
Thank you
we
very
will request you to sign this document. Can you please return all the papers so the mayor can sign it, and then you will sign it as an acceptance. Can I have? Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. So
So,
I guess I'll wrap up.
go ahead.
Okay. To those of you here and to those of you on the webinar, what you have seen is the birth of opportunity at best. We're a city and its diverse populations, both culturally but also in construct and precept, have decided with great earnest to step out into the great beyond and to see the potential growth and development of new ideas. And then those ideas translate and transform into products, to services, and to growth. I am no novice to believe that it's going to be fraught with challenge. We still have to understand things like EB-5. We have to understand whatever challenges may exist at the federal level that we have to learn to comport. That the state's conditions and challenges will exist. We understand that. That local businesses and the need for space, issues that will be totally stretched because it benefits politics versus public policy will be part of the conversation. But that's a part of business, and that's a part of growth. And so by virtue of today's webinar and by virtue of the fact that we've all subscribed that we see this potential, we have all agreed, and we've agreed to those who are watching from wherever they may be, that the City of Patterson is formally open for business and that the International Trade Council will be, if not the sole vehicle, one of many to help us move to another plateau. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here today. We think it is most
Mayor, before we
inspiring.
close, can I request the audience to please introduce themselves?
Without question,
to us?
if there are members of the audience who would
Yeah,
like to offer
we start
their...
with Joe.
My name is Joe Hernandez. I'm partners with Fernando Sola for many years. And first time we brought to Patterson, I love it.
Thank you, Joe.
Hello, Robert Farah, President of Lotus Hopes, and thank you for this invitation. Very informative. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert.
Good afternoon. Angelina Nimaisa, Service Manager for the Alma branch, here with my colleague Margarita. Thank you.
My name is Benson Kameshwari, Chairman of Vision Scope Construction Engineering. I'm a graduate of NGIT, been in construction for the past 20 years. I was formerly a building inspector for the Township of Arlington, but now my business has been moved to Nigeria.
Thank you, Benson.
My name is Ramapith Bowden. I'm president of the Christian Heritage US Today, and we do a lot of association with business, and we love doing something great for Patterson, so we keep you on that premises.
I'm Sonia Rosado. I was invited by one of the members of your association, and I'm just interested in the well-being of Patterson, and I'm here to assist in any way that I can.
Thank you.
Myself, Dr. Gandhi, and last year I put my investment in Patterson. We start my pharmacy in Patterson. And I'm back from the India. And I have there is a city, Surat. And my background from the Surat. So last year we visited the Surat with our mayor. And it is now big road. Just like a tree. Thank you very much. And this is the promotion is very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Ajay.
Join us.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Naveen Rana. From the first day, I am very much interested in the CTIP when Fernando told me about his idea, and my full support to him. And I am Fernando's elder brother.
Thank you.
Pablo Menges, Realtor.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
We have another-
Oh, we have
Good
one more.
afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Russo. I'm the account manager at the United States Postal Service, the main office on 94 Ward Street. Been over there for 30 years, and I help small, medium, large-sized businesses growing with mail, with shipping, and anything I can do to help you, just let me know.
Well, you just said a lot. You just said a lot.
I've been doing this for
You said a lot.
We have a lot of different options with the Postal Service on direct mail, especially if you're a new business, how to communicate, promote your brand. So, Diane, I appreciate
we have food that will be served, so thank you very much for coming.
And let's just go and mix and mingle now.
Yeah, okay.
Great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.